The Liberty University disc golf team is back and gearing up for their new season. Right now, the team is practicing their fundamentals and training their new recruits to get them ready for the season.
Yeah, we're super excited for the season to begin. We did have a season last year, so we have that momentum a little bit. We have that excitement and the passion from guys that were here last year that missed out on it, the year before. And so I think we're kind of building that momentum back. We're building that stability in the team, the reference points of what it takes at the very end of the season to be polished and ready and excited to compete at that high level.
It's been great to be back. I know all of the returners after falling just a little bit short at Nationals in every single flight last year. It kind of left a sour taste in our mouth and lit a fire. So we all had group messages going throughout the summer of making this year our year, and then came in and immediately got to work with everybody who's returning, and had tryouts a couple weeks later, and it's just great to see the improvement in the talent pool from year to year that I've been on the team.
This year, the Flames had a great tryouts week and brought in some new recruits for the team. Returning players are teaching them different techniques to get them started before they enter the field.
Myself and some of the top returners, we tend to help the guys really just with their forms. Myself and two of the top guys, we've been out touring this summer and playing the top pro events, and so we've been getting in the reps there, playing all summer, and we just want to help the new guys out, get them their forms down, get them throwing well, to get them ready for this season like we were getting prepared all last year for Nationals.
It's tough every year losing guys because you build those connections and you really bond as a team, but coming in and just seeing there's been no lull in skill. We have guys who come in and they fit well with the program and they understand the culture right away. So it's you never replace anybody because you miss the guys that you lose every year and the girls you lose every year. But just from a talent perspective, we didn't lose anything. We're just as good as we were last year, and we're hungry and we're ready.
Last season, the Flames had a very quick spring season competing in their flamethrower event and then heading straight to Nationals 10 days later. This year, the team is ready for more competitions to get them ready to get back to Nationals so that they can bring home some gold medals.
Yeah, last year all being stacked up in the spring, it was busy, it was kind of a blur. We ended the year with a huge downpour of rain, so it's synonymous with just that kind of mystery of a year and the struggles that we were kind of at and being so close at all levels to win, literally less than 3 strokes on every division to be able to win the championship for Division 1, 2, and 3. So having some time spread out, being able to have the flow and the momentum to establish that. We got invited to the Dean's Cup this year, which is 4 teams only throughout the country that get that invite based on how we finished as last year. So that's coming up at the first weekend in October. And then November, the first weekend in November is the flamethrower this year. So we'll be glad to have a couple tournaments before we leave for the semester and then roll back in and be able to spread out a little bit more and not be so crammed and heavily burdened with school and everything else going on too.
Last year was unique with not competing at all in the fall and then having an abbreviated season in spring. And it was a new experience because we had nobody on the team last year who had competed at the Nationals previously because the year prior being canceled, obviously because of COVID. But coming in this year and being able to spend the fall competing and practicing, I think is going to allow us to be in a much better place as a team, much more prepared and just kind of gelled as a squad and just kind of know what we're bringing to the table in competition.
Finally, the team is just excited to have a normal season. COVID stopped some of the traditional disc golf events last year, but this year they're hoping to have a normal season and get back those normal events.
Last year, due to COVID, we had to go to 2-man teams, so it was just double pairings. This year we're back to the 4-man roster that we normally compete with. So it's 2 guys throw your tee shots, 2 guys throw the next shot, best shot, captain's choice, that kind of style. So I'm looking forward to get back in that. Makes it a lot more of a separation. You gotta have 4 guys that are pretty talented out there on the course.
I just think the level of the student athlete that we're getting now, that's probably been the biggest plus with COVID is that people are out playing. And so everybody's getting better. And so the draw of the student athlete that we have coming in is just huge. And so I feel like that it's a team that we've had for a while, even though they're new or transfer. So that's exciting. It pushes the returning guys. Anytime you've got good competition that's new and they know they want to play right away and get into those top spots, that creates that buzz at practice that sets up for success, in April when we go to Nationals.